Before a ball was even kicked, Real Madrid's 2023 season was in disarray. The departure of Karim Benzema and the aimless Mbappe transfer saga meant that Los Blancos would be without a world-class striker for the first time in 13 years. Now losing Thibaut Courtois to a torn ACL in preseason didn't help ease the minds of Madridistas, but Eder Militao tearing his ACL in the season opener shortly after invited genuine anxiety, but cause for concern would shapeshift into celebrations overnight, and it's all thanks to the immediate impact of record signing Jude Bellingham, and more specifically the new position he's playing in. First things first, we have to acknowledge Bellingham's historic start. The Englishman has single-handedly carried Los Blancos during their first 3 games, scoring the put-away on opening day versus Athletic Club, bagging a brace against Almeria in week 2, and nabbing the game winner against Celta last Friday. As it stands, Bellingham has scored 4 of his team's 6 total goals so far, while assisting 1 as well, which means he's been responsible for 83% of Madrid's attacking output. And for anyone keeping track, the last player to score this many goals in their first 3 games for Madrid was Cristiano Ronaldo. Jude's 4 goals also place him at the very top of the Spanish scoring table, as Real Madrid are the only perfect team left in La Liga. And while Bellingham was always a brilliant offensive weapon for Dortmund, this goal output is an overperformance even by his standards, as Bellingham scored a career-best 8 goals in over 30 games for the black and yellow last season. He's already halfway to smashing that tally, and at this rate could wind up with as many as 20. But it's not just the number of goals that Jude is overperforming, it's the quality of chances that he's converting too, with an expected goal total of just 1.1, an XG overperformance of over 260%. So what gives? How has Jude seemingly doubled his attacking output overnight? Well, the answer boils down to the position he played back at Dortmund versus the role he occupies now under Carlo Ancelotti. During his time in the Bundesliga, Bellingham was the league's best box-to-box midfielder. He was often part of a midfield 3 and was given a significant amount of box-to-box responsibility, which makes sense given his unique skill set. It's not every day you see a 6'2" midfielder able to dribble through defenders the way Bellingham can. His ball control and composure in tight spaces allow him to consistently boast elite percentiles in the ball-carrying department. Pair that with his defensive contribution and willingness to stick in a tackle, and it's no wonder Madrid had to cough up 100 million euros to sign him. That price tag, however, was also a reflection of his value to the entire Dortmund squad. Don't forget, Jude was the only world-class midfielder in their starting 11 last year. Edin Terzic didn't give him these responsibilities out of luxury, he gave them out of necessity. Carlo Ancelotti's squad, on the other hand, is completely different. They already have a dedicated ball winner in Aurélien Tchouameni. The 23-year-old Frenchman is an absolute unit in front of that back 4. Federico Valverde offers the ball carrying and box-to-box mobility that Bellingham is capable of too, while Kroos, Modric, or even Camavinga are just as composed on the ball as Jude is, which is why Ancelotti has decided to line his team up in a 4-4-2, with Jude Bellingham at the very top of a midfield diamond, where Tchouameni serves as a defensive base. Valverde marshals up and down that right-hand side, and either of the midfield generals can dictate tempo from the left. It's here, in this classic number 10 position, that Bellingham's attacking potential can finally be realized. In the absence of Karim Benzema, Jude is given license to either carry the ball into the penalty area and shoot himself, or find a way to arrive on the receiving end of passes or crosses from his teammates. I mean, just look at the goals he's scored already. 3 of them were contested headers inside the box that he had to wrestle for. Not exactly the type of goals we're used to seeing from him. Ancelotti is determined to get Bellingham higher up the pitch, and actually showed us his plans in preseason, as we can see with Bellingham almost looking like a center forward in the lead up to his goal versus Juventus. But Ancelotti isn't deploying a number 10 just to maximize Bellingham. He's also doing it to help out Vinicius and Rodrigo. The link-up between Benzema and the Brazilians was basically perfect, especially with regards to Vini. His size and strength made him excellent at hold-up play, and at times Karim looked like a number 10 himself. Bellingham will look to do the same, and has already assisted Vinicius once. And while Vini's recent injury might shake up the forward line, I'd be surprised to see Bellingham go anywhere, especially since he's reviving a position that most teams aren't used to defending anymore. The number 10 role has fallen out of favor in the last decade, with modern football preferring 6s and 8s inside of a box midfield, or industrious ball winners inside of a midfield 3. But Bellingham could be the start of its renaissance, as the 20-year-old man looks to usher in a new era, and could ultimately become the only player to ever make 100 million euros look like a bargain. But what do you think? How many goals is Bellingham scoring this season? Let me know in the comment section below. Like and subscribe to help us grow, or you can click right here for more football content.